Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Bourbon Basement. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Steve.
And just ignore that first 2 seconds you saw there. I thought I had everything squared away, but I forgot to put it on the starting soon screen. But little.
I wonder how big your eyes were when you noticed it. I
looked down. I looked down. I was just like, and then switch it over real quick. Anyway, though, so welcome back. We're glad that you all are here, starting your weekend off right with us. I don't believe anyone here in the Bourbon Basement, as far as we're concerned, is on call this week, so we should be good to go there.
No, happy Friday.
Everyone gets to go on your tasting, and it's a really happy Friday for you.
Yeah, no.
Do you want to explain? We'll give you a heads up because the show will not be going on next Friday because
I'll be out of town.
you'll be out of town. They're going on another trip in their favorite rocket ship, and I'll be holding down the Bourbon Basement again for them. Must be nice to just have all this vacation time and stuff.
It's getting close to the end of the year. I
Gotta use it.
surgery coming up.
Gotta use it. So we won't be live next Friday, just to give you all a heads up about that. I don't know if we're planning on doing something next weekend because I know that they're not going to be home until probably late Saturday or something like that, along those lines, maybe even Sunday.
I'd say that I will put some sort of show together. It'll just be hopefully turn on your notifications, and when we go live, you can tune in then if you have a chance. Sorry, I don't have a good time, but it'll probably be Sunday, and then I might do a couple shows next week.
But don't be waiting
But not
around.
live shows.
Don't be waiting around next Friday because the Bourbon Basement will not be live Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard
Bourbon
Time.
Basement's closed.
Bourbon Basement will be closed down, unfortunately. Just to give you all a heads up about that. But anyway, enough of the formalities and stuff. What are we going to be doing today?
All right, so Hancock's President's Reserve.
Never had it.
You ever heard of it?
Heard of it, never had it.
So what have you heard about it?
I've heard good reviews.
Okay. Well, so the Hancock's President's Reserve, it is, did you know who makes it? Buffalo Trace.
Oh, well, figures.
So it is
What doesn't Buffalo Trace make? Like, honestly.
well, it's a Buffalo Trace product, and it is, I'm calling it the black sheep of the Buffalo Trace products. It is a lower proof at 88.9%. All right.
Not the lowest, though.
No, but it's a lower proof. But there's nothing like, if you go on their website and you search and everything, you're not going to see this. You have to specifically search out this product to even see it on their website. So it's like the black sheep. They don't advertise it a lot. You don't see it in stores a lot. But it is part of their mash bill number 2. And that's why I'm kind of doing it today. So you've heard of it, but you haven't really seen it. You haven't tasted it. Didn't know it was Buffalo Trace, right?
Mm-mm.
All right. So,
but I guess, like I said, I should have figured because, what doesn't Buffalo Trace make anymore these days? So many.
So now it is Hancock's President's Reserve. So you think it's just the name they come up with, or do you think that that's a name of some person they've namesake this bottle after?
I would imagine a namesake.
It's a namesake. So good job. So
50-50 shot.
Who do you think that is?
Some president of something.
So, I bet most of you all will not know who the namesake of this bottle is, and I don't blame you.
You do put it in the comment section right now, or put it in the chat so we believe you, and you're not just cheating.
Well, most of you probably didn't even know about this bottle. Okay, so I'm sure you won't know the namesake, or not many. So you got Hancock's President's Reserve. There's a couple more bottles I can think of off the top of my head. Old Forester President's Choice and Jefferson's President's Reserve. I think it's President's Reserve. So unlike those, Old Forester's President's Choice, that is the president of the company that picks the barrels that goes into that. So that makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes good sense. Jefferson's President's Reserve, that's in honor of President Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
So that makes sense. And they make up the story about him being experimental, and I'm guessing those are experimental bourbons.
Are you saying that this one's not going to make sense?
It didn't to me.
Okay.
So
Spoiler.
Let's go with the
Context clue.
Yeah, the context right there. So here, if you're researching like we didn't have a President Hancock. So back in history, in Hancock, you kind of thought of John Hancock. Well, John Hancock in 1775 was the president of the Congressional Congress or Continental Congress.
Very known for his signature.
Yes.
If you ever heard someone put your John Hancock here,
maybe it's him, right? No, it wasn't him. So, so this is named for uh, an early pioneer that came and settled Leestown. Okay, so
random.
And they make it the president's choice just by honoring him. His name was Hancock Lee, and him and his brother settled Leestown. Now, if you know anything about Leestown, Leestown was settled in 1775. It became a bustling place for whiskey and corn and tobacco and hemp.
All right, pause. 21090, cheers, just found your channel. Appreciate you tuning in, sir. Happy Friday.
Awesome. Hopefully you like and follow and watch some of our other stuff.
And
we got our answer comments as well.
It's hard for me to get him to pause in the middle of a sentence to give you all shout-outs in the chat, but we do see them. I promise. We'll get to you eventually.
He will respond. He'll slap me if necessary.
Yeah, just have to push him out of the frame already. All right, anyway, so Jamestown, hemp, all this stuff.
Leestown. Leestown, spiked hemp, tobacco, whiskey, and corn. They shipped it down the river to where? Where'd everything go back then?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to history class.
New Orleans. So
Louisiana.
That was Leestown, settled in 1775 by Hancock Lee. Hancock Lee.
His first name was Hancock?
Hancock.
His parents hated it.
Yeah. So Hancock Lee and his brother Willis, they co-founded Leestown. Now, if you know anything about Leestown, I told you a little bit, but it later gets absorbed into Frankfort, which then becomes the Kentucky capital, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it gets absorbed in that. So Leestown gets absorbed into that. And they honor them because Buffalo Trace, of course, is in Frankfort. All right. So Lee Hancock made some.
They just wanted to have something with a President Reserve on it, and they just really dug deep to find something.
That's why they don't put a lot on their website about it.
We'll certainly check out more. We also have a whiskey channel. Well, we will be sure to check you out as well. Appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully, like we said before, you enjoy what you see.
All right. So about this. Oh, Hancock Lee. Hancock Lee also made whiskey, so it could be said that he had a still right where Buffalo Trace sits today. I don't know who that could be said by, because I've never found it in history or anything, but that's what I'm thinking that could be said, that he had a copper still way back in 1775, right on the location of Buffalo Trace. It's actually the founder of that, too.
You didn't hear that from us.
That's probably why they honor him like that, right? No.
That seems like we're spreading fake news, and we're not about that life.
I said it could be said. I didn't say
it. I don't know who's
I don't know.
And then you said.
But it could be said. All right. So enough of the funny stuff. So let's talk a little bit about this particular bourbon and what we're going to do today. Of course, we always do tasting and reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do an official tasting and review of Hancock's President's Reserve.
Yay.
Okay. Then I've got a special treat.
No.
I know you don't like it, so I just set it up for me.
Okay.
You just get to mix them all up. So this is made with mash bill number 2, guys. Buffalo Trace mash bill number 2. That's supposed to be.
I thought you were doing that as a completely separate thing.
I was, and I never got to it this week because of circumstances and everything else beyond my control.
This may be a long episode, guys.
It ain't going to be that long. History was short. We're talking about the bottle now. 88.9%. That's the proofage.
That being said, history was so short on this one. If you want a entirety of
Buffalo Trace.
If you want some more Buffalo Trace products, we do have more episodes that go a little bit more in depth per Buffalo Trace product that we're doing. If you want to know a little bit more about hints and peaks of the distillery, we've not done an actual just Buffalo Trace episode yet, have we?
Oh no.
I don't think we have.
No,
not like just
we have. We did LT Lee. We did Blanton's. We did Blanton's Gold. gold.
A lot of Buffalo Trace products, but we've not done the full history of the Buffalo Trace distillery, which is something that we're definitely going to have to.
Well, this doesn't have a lot. That's it.
We're going to have to do that considering we have so many Buffalo Trace
I
products.
mean, I spent hours on the internet. That's all I found. Just different websites saying the exact same thing. Yeah, I know.
Well,
Anyway, I mean, it said you could get into Leestown and talk a little bit more about that, but there wasn't no sense in that. So this 88.9 proof, it is a single barrel. It is Buffalo Trace's mash bill number 2, and their mash bill number 2 is supposed to be, nobody knows the recipe except Buffalo Trace, between 12 and 15% rye. So it's their high rye mash bill. Other products made with mash bill number 2 are Blanton's, Elmer T. Lee, Rock Hill Farm, Ancient Age, and of course, Hancock's President's Reserve, right? So that's what we're doing after this. I'm going to tell you which one I think of those mash bill number 2s is the best. Blind.
Yeah. And I don't like doing that.
Ryan doesn't like picking
horrible
the
idea
best.
to do.
That's what I do. So I'm going to tell you all which one I think's the best and what you're going to spend your money for. Now, this one here, single barrel, just like Blanton's. This one here, 6 to 8 years old, just like Blanton's.
Is that why we have this thing over here to the right for that segment? Was that what that's setting up?
I didn't know if you was going to walk off from. So
I might do it.
Anyway, so just like Blanton's, 6 to 8 years old, just like Blanton's, single barrel. Sorry. The only difference between that and Blanton is the warehouse. Everybody knows Blanton's is warehouse H. This does not specify barrel numbers. This does not specify the warehouse it came from. This doesn't specify any dump dates or any barrel dates. It just gives you that it's a single barrel.
This is very vague.
It's very vague, very kind of generic.
I think Hancock Lee would be disappointed.
It's just it's kind of a generic one, and it's only 88.9 proof, which Blanton's is 93. So there's a little bit of proofage difference. So I'm considering this Blanton's little brother. It's his little baby brother. It's little baby brother, and everybody loves the little baby brother, right? Right, everybody? You love the little baby brother.
I think he's talking to someone specific out there in the crowd tonight.
Anyway, so let's get to tasting this, and we'll knock the tasting part out pretty quick, and then I'll go through the blind, and I'll knock that out pretty quick, and we'll keep this episode right at about 45 minutes. What do you think?
Well, you're on the clock.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh.
Cork pop.
You all wouldn't be able to hear it, but that was a very decent cork pop.
Now they
a nice little.
With the new mics, they might be able to hear.
I doubt it.
All right, one for you.
It's got a really good color to it.
It does have a nice color.
Got a very nice dark color to it.
And a little bitty baby one for our producer. Although it has just as much in it.
Batty Vappy, he loved you. There, I said it. Oh, yeah.
All right.
You all knew what he was talking about. Took y'all a while to chime in. Thought y'all were going to leave him hanging. Okay, caramel heavy on this. Extremely caramel heavy. And that I mean, it makes sense with the color. I mean, it looks like caramel. And then you get, man, this is a desserty one. If it's anything like the nose, it's going to be a desserty one. I get a little floral essence, caramel, floral.
So I get caramel and fruit. I don't get the floral. I get the caramel, the fruit, a lot of sweetness in there.
There's a lot of sweetness. There might even be some
and a little bit of cinnamon.
There's almost like some. Have you ever smelled sugar water like you put out for hummingbirds and stuff? Have you ever just stuck your nose in it and really just inhaled?
No.
I'm getting that. Has anyone ever done that, or am I just the only weirdo that's done something again? I mean,
well, you do lick bark on trees.
I've done it before. I have. I've licked. It wasn't the bark; it was the sap. I've licked the raw sap out of a tree. Right. It doesn't taste like syrup.
So, guys, if you're new to the show, we like to get acclimated. Not that 88.9 proof needs a whole lot, but we will take it. Roll it. I like to start mine on the tip of my tongue, let it soak all the way back, kind of get it around in my mouth a little bit, not like mouthwash, but I do hold it in there and move it just to get my mouth used to that burn.
Do they have a barrel proof of this?
I don't think so. I think this is what they have.
It's just a single.
I think this is the only Hancock's President's Reserve that they have. It's the only one I've seen, checking out the auctions and everything. The thing that surprised me the most with the 88.9 proof is that MSRP on this is like $100. It's $99.99. So it's higher than Blanton's. It's higher than Elmer T. Lee, or at the same price as Elmer T. Lee.
It is more elusive though.
Now,
Like you said, you have to go digging.
you can't find it. I mean, you're not going to go to a liquor store and just find it. It's going to be one of those allocated drops, or maybe you get lucky and walk in on it. Get it at the auction for about $65. Of course, you got to pay auction fees and stuff like that, so it probably comes out to around the same thing. Maybe a little cheaper. Maybe say $15 if you can find it at the auction.
Maybe. All right, well, I'm acclimated. I don't know if you've taken any sips yet.
I'm taking one. You go ahead and talk while I sit.
So this is definitely going to be an interesting one, just because it is so elusive. Like I said, I've heard things about this, but have not ever had the opportunity to try it. You don't, kind of like he spoke on a little bit earlier. You don't hear many people talking about it. Like it's just not one of those. I guess it's sought after in a way, but also not sought after enough for everyone to make a big deal over it.
It could be the price point. It could be the low proofage.
And I guess if you're, because you could probably, what does barrel proof Blanton's go for?
250.
Is it 250 MSRP?
It's higher than Blanton's Gold, and MSRP on Blanton's Gold is like 180. So I'd say it's about 250, 225, 250.
I think Blanton's just kind of trumps everything. Like Blanton's and E.H. Taylor, as far as Buffalo Trace products, I feel like they trump.
A lot of people think Blanton's is overhyped, and
I disagree.
They think it's overhyped. I'm not saying whether it is or not, but I'm going to find out here in a minute because I'm going to taste all these mash bills. But it's just a very popular one. It's one of those that's in a beautiful bottle. It's got the collector horses. It's got all that stuff. It is. It's kind of an iconic thing, and it should be because it was the rejuvenation of the single barrel bourbon. It's kind of what rejuvenated bourbon in general.
All right, Daddy Vappy, you're on my good graces this evening because you finally agreed with me saying something.
What did he say?
He agreed that Blanton's, he doesn't think that Blanton's is overhyped.
Oh, I really don't think so. I was just saying I'm not going to say anything.
It's hearsay. Hearsay that Blanton, I don't know what that was.
I think it's because I was talking after I took a drink.
Oh, producer
does not like
back there. She was like,
with anything in your mouth.
Did you do lighter pours or did I take bigger acclimations?
I think you took bigger drinks.
Okay, well, I got enough from my.
I didn't even put out water.
Agreed with Steve. All right, you're no longer on my good graces. I wasn't even listening to what he said, and I just know that you're not on my team.
Anyway, if you're trying to compare this to Blanton's, I'm going to do that later. So I'm not going to compare it right now. I will later. Are you ready to?
I'm ready to dig into it.
Then dig.
Oh, I've not taken my third.
All right, go ahead. I have taken my third.
All right. Well, so I've been talking. I took my 2 acclimations.
Well, the fruitiness I taste as it sits here, and as the finish is done and the finish is over, it's really thin in my mouth. Maybe that's the 88.9 proof.
It has tears as well, but not as well.
I thought the tears and stuff were decent. I like the color. I thought that was decent, but it seems like drinking more of a flavored water than maybe a bourbon. It's not very powerful. I guess that's at 88.9 proof. Not that that's super low, but it isn't jumping.
There's much lower.
But surprisingly enough, for that 88 proof, it has a little bit of that black pepper kind of stuff at the end.
On the tail end.
Yes. So it does have a peppery finish, but I do taste the caramel. I do taste cinnamon. Cinnamon's kind of my overpowering taste right here. But
my overpowering taste, just before I forget, caramel apple. Like first initial thing, I get caramel, and then I get apple, which I wasn't getting in the
smell. A little bit of the fruit there.
It's caramel apple.
Well, the fruit I get is peach. I get a little bit of peachiness.
You lost
peach. Well, I get that little bit of peachiness there.
A caramel peach?
A little bit. Well, I mean, it doesn't really. I don't know what a caramel peach would taste like, but
if it tastes like that, you might want to try it.
I get a subtle caramel. I get a lot of cinnamon, and I get a little subtle peach. Then I get that mild oak, not a lot of oak, and then it finishes thin with a peppery finish.
The longer it sits on my palate, the more I get that cakiness again. Like that vanilla cakiness?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my palate here recently, because I feel like the last 2 or 3 that we've done, I've got that cake essence.
And I'm going to just clarify, guys, single barrels, every batch is going to be different. Every barrel is going to be a little bit different. Although when those tasters and those master distillers taste that and they pick those barrels, they look for specific tasting notes for this particular bottle. So your average guy is not going to be able to tell a difference from barrel to barrel. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm above average. I don't know that I could taste the difference between barrel and barrel. This is just
Probably
what I
never had
tasted
a barrel.
in this barrel. This is what I tasted in this barrel. So,
We'd never know anyway. They don't specify.
well, they don't. They don't tell you what barrel it's from, do they? Or what warehouse
I
it's
think
from.
they do that on purpose to
It's
make
it's
themselves feel like, oh, they could never
it's
guess
fake.
because we're not going to
This
tell them.
this to me, I feel like is a product that they made, and somebody important made it, and it's just sitting there. But I don't feel like they really care about it too much.
The pepperiness is that high rye. I agree with that.
Yeah,
The pepperiness, that's what.
get a little bit of high rye
A
there.
little bit of high rye content.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need a little bit. I'm gonna need a little bit more for my water.
Be a water.
My water.
Do we have water in there? I thought
do.
you spilled that earlier.
There wasn't nothing in it.
Oh, did you put some in it? You nice.
Someone did. I don't know who it was. It was empty, and then it wasn't. So
All right. So we do like to taste them again with water, guys, because this is distilled water. It shouldn't add anything to it, but you'd be surprised how much water does change things. Don't even
no. I was gonna say, want to know an easy way to get distilled water?
don't show it. Go ahead now. Everybody's gonna be wondering.
Easy way to get distilled water, guys. This is what we use when we're doing our water tasting. We don't use tap water or spring water or anything like that. We use Parents' Choice.
Little baby on it.
Little bit.
And a little baby for the baby brother, and the little baby or a glass.
We use Parents' Choice distilled water because it's purified. Well, it changed the smell of it.
It toned that sweetness down.
It did a lot.
I think it toned the sweetness down in the smell. This just simulates. A lot of people will add water to their bourbon. A lot of people add ice. When the ice melts, of course, you get water there. So it kind of gives you a different flavor with your bourbon. Chili, like a chili peppers, or like chili, like
no sweet
hamburger,
sweet chili pepper.
Okay,
it's like cayenne. Cayenne's got that sweetness. That if you smell it, don't inhale too deeply on that. You'll kill yourself. But you don't get none of that.
I get little of nothing except it toned down the sweetness, but I get a little kind of.
I still get
a loaf of bread.
I think vanilla comes out a little more than the caramel in this one, but I still get them both. It's like this is in depth.
I had a sandwich the other day. I opened my butternut, pulled out a couple pieces of bread, and with the sweetness gone, that's what that smells like to me. It smells like some butternut bread. That's what I'm getting. So I probably wouldn't try it with water. Not that it needs it with 88.9 proof.
Have y'all ever? I mean, y'all know how it is when you walk down the bread aisle at Walmart or Kroger or something. Now you think about just heavenly in a supermarket. That is the best aisle ever.
Subway bread.
Subway
bread is pretty awesome.
What happened to the $5 footlong though, Subway? Like, we need a coupon or something.
Do you have anything to add, producer, on your taste? What did you get?
Same thing. I got like a cinnamon caramel banana.
You got banana. So cinnamon caramel and banana with yours.
I get a little bit
smell or just taste.
The smell was just sweet vanilla.
Just the sweet vanilla smell, but you got the banana in the taste. So
a little bit of rubber coming through water.
We all had rubber. We all had fruit in our tasting. The tasting to me. So
not a fan of the water.
With the water, it just made it more thin, more watery. Not a lot of taste on my palate, but I still get that peppery finish.
Let's see, the peppery finish is gone for me.
So I probably wouldn't.
And so the peppery finish is gone. I get a little bit of the caramel still. The vanilla comes through a little more of the caramel with the water in there. And I'm not getting that cayenne pepper that I was getting in the smell. So I don't know where that was coming from, but that's not in the palate. And then I get an aftertaste of rubber.
So what do you rate it?
I don't know where that rubber came from. It's not Parents' Choice, I can promise you that. I think, did I rate last time?
I don't know. Do you want to rate first? All right, so I'll put it back up here. I'm sorry, I forgot the rating. All right, so we're going to give this a rating like we do all our bottles that we taste. Tell you a little bit about it.
Fruit basket in a bottle.
Short, squatty, dumpy bottle.
It's pretty.
You like that
I
water
knew-
design, don't you?
I knew our producer would like this bottle. This is not one of my favorite bottles.
I like the little design here in the front, the ridges and stuff.
Well, it wasn't one of my favorites sitting on the shelf. I get all my bourbons I collect. We drink on the show eventually, guys. Have some really good bourbons, have some really cheap bourbons as well. They might be as good too, but I like to set them on the shelves. I like to admire them for a little while, and then eventually I'll open them and we'll do a show on them. This one here,
We usually try to make it.
kind of slide it's off my decoration shelves. I know
That's crazy.
I wasn't a fan of it. The 88.9 stood out real big. Don't really like that. The cork is about the only thing I like about the bottle. Now, as far as the flavor goes, overall, the fruitiness, the little bit of peach I got was unusual. I don't normally get that out of bourbons. So it did have an unusual, but that thin taste, the wateriness that went with it, wasn't a fan of all that. Is it beginner friendly? Yeah, if for taste wise, but price wise and hard to find wise, I would say no, because they don't want to go looking for it and then pay $100 for it, and then
Some people like the hunt more than the taste.
some do, and maybe that's. I mean, if you're a
If you're that
collector,
kind of person, it might be the bottle for you.
if you're a collector of unopened bottles, you might want to get it just to have it. But overall, general taste and everything else, um, I'm probably gonna go with a 5.5.
I think you're being
Way worse.
very strict on this bourbon.
Okay.
I think you're being very strict on this bourbon. So as far as mine, I enjoyed what I had. I always enjoy what I have on the show, and my scores reflect that because I'm just having a good time drinking it. I'm being honest. I'm not being biased about any of them, but I'm just enjoying what I'm drinking. I'm giving it its own spotlight for the show. I'm not thinking about other bourbons I've had in the past.
I'm thinking totally of this.
But the bottle, I mean, it's simple, but I mean, I can't call it sleek because it is kind of bulky here at the bottom. It's got a nice looking cork on it, but I do like the designs on the bottle, so I don't think that the appearance of it should render its score at all.
It didn't. It was all flavor and weakness that rendered my score.
The color of it is super nice. So the appearance of the entire thing is average, but not extravagant. The taste of it, I liked it a lot better without the water. I don't know where the aftertaste with the rubber and stuff was coming from, but I didn't get that without the water. So I'm gonna say that I liked it neat rather than on the rocks or anything. So if you do like your bourbon neat, this might be more of your alley. I also don't think it's very beginner friendly just because of the elusiveness of it and the price tag. I think that you can get different bourbons that would suit your fancy a little bit more as a beginner. Even get close to the 80 proof rather than 88.9 or whatever this one was. Being a single barrel, I am a little bit disappointed as well in the 88.9. It's not as bad as the Elijah Craig 80 proof single barrel, 18 year. Or no, that was 90?
I thought it was 90 proof.
90 proof. Okay, it's not as bad as that because it was an 18-year bourbon. But this one, if you're going to do a single barrel, at least get it up there with Bland's. Get it up there to a 90. That should be like minimum. But other than that, guys, I thought the taste was nice. It had that desserty feel. You only got a little bit of the pepperiness from that high rye content in there. So I do think that this could be pretty broad in what you're drinking it with, and I would give it a 6.8. I don't think it should drop below a 6 for sure, but I'd give it a 6.8.
What's our producer's thoughts?
6.2.
6.2. Okay, so 6.2, 5.5, and a 6.8. So probably averaged out right there at a 6.2. So there you go.
Which is about where it should have been.
Then why'd you give it a 6.8? You like the
To offset
taste rubber.
your horrible score.
You like the taste rubber, right? All right.
I said I would drink it neat.
All right, guys. So we did our rating. The normal closing is going to come a little bit later. I want to do a blind tasting to say which of these is the best. So what I've done here, pre-show, our producer is going to have to do the little namelets on there. So when I'm going to turn around. Ryan's going to arrange these. This is Ancient Age. All right. Now, these are going to be all mixed up, so in no particular order. This one here is Blanton's.
So you're just going to have to pay attention to where I put the glass to know what he's drinking.
No, because she's going to hold it up. So you got to tell your mama which one's which. And they're numbered on the bottom, so don't mix them up because then the whole thing is ruined. So Blanton's.
How about I just mix them up? You stay turn around in the corner and don't turn around. I'll move the nameplate with the cup, and then she can just come pick them up, and you need a drink left to right.
That sounds great. This is Elmer T. Lee. And then for our fourth and final one, Hancock's Reserve. Now, if you're wondering where Rock Hill Farms is, guys,
Welcome to the showdown.
I don't have Rock Hill Farms, so I can't put that in the tasting. And I know that's unfair to Rock Hill Farms. So what I'm going to do if I ever get Rock Hill Farms, I wanted to go ahead and do this tasting because I think my Blanton's, my Elmer T. Lee will definitely be gone, and maybe even the Hancock's Reserve before I ever get a Rock Hill Farms. So the winner of this, eventually when I get a Rock Hill Farms, I'll get another bottle of the winner, and we'll taste those side by side and have another line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All
boys and girls.
Let's
All right. So I'm going to turn around. You're going to mix them up. I'm going to drink from this side to this side. These are just going to stay here like they are. And then I'm going to give a rating.
I think I'm even going to make it a surprise to them. Nah, you know what? You
No, they
can't
need
see
to know
you
their-
can't see the nameplates anyway.
And you just block off the computer so I can't glance over that way. I hope they're being creative and interactive with the video, guys.
We're being creative and interactive. I'm really concentrating here.
I'm looking at some good bourbons behind me here.
They're probably not even going to be able to hear you facing away from the mics. Chief.
They can hear me. I'm loud enough. Anybody ever tried this Wild Turkey 101 8-year out there? That's back in the States now. This one used to go over to Japan only.
You need to make sure to drink left to right. Otherwise, we're cooked.
All right, you steady?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Turning around.
Well,
I'm drinking left to right.
I don't even remember what they are. So hopefully the nameplates will do.
All right, now on this, I'm going to do basically a taste, a cleanse. Not going to talk about it a whole lot. I might say a word here and there, but we're not doing like a tasting like we just did. So Ryan didn't want to be on part of this. Here, you've got to be taller than me. So we got the new Ryan here.
I don't like comparing bourbons.
He doesn't like comparing bourbons, guys. All right, we got the new Ryan on the show. Hey, Ryan, what do you think this one tastes like? Initial thoughts, a little thin and watery.
I was about to say, you still got to say something.
All right. On the second one, that's why you're supposed to be up here. You're still supposed to be commenting. All right, number 2. Number 2 is a little better than number 1.
All right, my doppelganger's too quiet. Father doesn't know how to speak enough.
I'm experimenting right now, right? That had a little more fruitiness in it.
Why is this rock still down here?
That's Rock Hill Farms.
You're keeping it serious?
Until I get a Rock Hill Farms.
We might never get a Rock Hill Farms. New Ryan's awfully quiet. Yeah, that's why I came over here. Doppelganger wasn't really, must have been a little camera shy.
Okay. Other two were 1 and 2 was very sweet. 1 was a little thin and watery but sweet. 2 was more fruity and sweet. This one's more grainy. I can taste the grains and stuff in it.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of different smells going on up here right now, though. They all smell very
So
different.
that would be kind of what you're looking, if you're looking for maybe not as desserty right here. So you all could disagree big time, because if you're looking for a fruity, desserty bourbon, maybe you go with one of these two at the beginning here.
I think all of these could be I mean, except for your price point on a couple of them, I think a lot of these could be beginner friendly from what we've said in the past. So there's your we got some ray tracing going on with our camera. I think that you've held your hand up too flat, producer, and it's
No
started
way.
tracking. It started tracking your hand, so we may be a little bit off centered, but luckily, okay, we're a little bit off center, but it's not tracking anymore. Let me try. No, don't
No,
try to
here,
do
I'll
that.
move.
Let me try to get this thing going back to center real quick. This is what we were talking about. With this camera, has some interesting features, but
Well, my goodness.
there, now we're back to center. This camera's got some interesting features, but it doesn't like to function properly a lot of the times.
I loved it.
Yeah, I know it's good, but I'm trying to get it to stop tracking me now. Yeah. There it goes.
All right.
Forget it. No, it did it again. It's tracking you now.
Oh, it's just
Okay.
going to track us.
If the camera moves a little bit, don't worry about it. It's definitely tracking you.
Okay. A lot of similarities.
So we can't hold things up in front of the camera no more. It reads it as a hand.
Well, a lot of similarity. Well, it's tracking, so it don't matter. Here, I'll
It's
move
tra-
over this way.
No, you're gonna. No, it's
Nope, I need to
tracking
move
you.
this way.
You just got to stand in the middle. There you go.
So, a lot of similarities. 3 of these sweet, 1 kind of grainy. Honestly, drinking them side by side, I liked them all.
Okay, so here we go with that 5.5 rating again. When he rated all the other ones,
Yeah,
at
I
least a
mean,
6.5.
I'd probably, rate them all.
See, I said that he was too strict on that rating. 5.5 is crazy for Hancock's. I
Okay.
thought there was a much better bourbon than
All right.
5.5.
I'm going with this one is number 1.
I don't even remember what that one was.
Ancient Age. This one's number 2. Elmer T. Lee. This one was number 3. Blanton's. And this one was number 4. Okay, so see, Hancock's at least could be last.
I think
So,
your taste buds are skewed. You just rated Ancient Age number 1.
I'm telling you right now, sweet, 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 grainy, and the grainy hit me right today. And I like the grainy.
You picked the only thing that broke the monotony of sweet. That ain't right.
No, I picked the one that seemed to be the most interesting right now.
This
You're
is
going to
why
have to
you
do a
don't
thing on Ancient
rank
Age.
bourbons.
All right, guys. Now, this is why you definitely rank bourbons, because I'm going to tell you, $75, $90, $100, $9.
Look at your presentation, though. You gonna buy that over that?
Doesn't matter. If you're a collector and you want them on your shelf, great. If you're a drinker, this one tastes better than all these if you do side by side. Now, opinions.
Definitely opinions.
Opinions,
I would
opinions.
not rank them like that.
Opinions. I enjoy Blanton's very much. I rated it an 8. I rated it an 8 when we did a show on it. The Blanton's got an 8. I enjoy it. I drink Blanton's often. Okay? Elmer T. Lee was the first time I had it. Didn't quite get an 8. It was actually the lowest one at the time until I drank this one. So these two I wasn't the biggest fan of. Blanton's, great fan. But tonight, I like this one better.
I would not pay attention to that opinion, folks.
Hey, I'm just
I must have it out the window.
I'm just out here drinking bourbon, guys, and I'm gonna tell you, the graininess and the stuff with this one, it's complicated. You can sit there and you can get the grains, you can get a little sweetness, you can get it's 90 proof. They're the same mash bill, or almost the same proofage.
You notice what these letters are? They got AA highlighted in red. I think that's what Father may need because he just threw out an opinion that did. I mean, good Lord have mercy.
Come here, let's wrap this up.
That's wrong. I don't even want to wrap it up no more. That's just.
I'm just doing this to get this thing off. All right.
It won't read my hand.
It may be too big. Your hand's too big.
Hand's too big, guys, or too pale on the bottom side. I don't know. I got some pasty hands on the bottom side. Anyway, so toss that opinion out the window. Pretend like that never happened. Just stop the episode when we were finished reviewing Hancock's President Reserve, and be happy this Friday.
Hey, are you surprised? Because I'm surprised. This is not how I thought it
I'm
would go.
surprised at how
I thought this
bad your
would
mouth
be number 1, this would be number 2, and I thought maybe this is 3 and this is 4, but
like the new Ryan. All right, I'll remember that.
side by side. If you haven't done it and you don't believe me, try them side by side. Try them side by side. Judge for yourself.
I can do the same thing, and I promise it would not be bad.
Hopefully everybody's drinking during this episode.
Yeah, if you were drinking
Man.
during this episode, we forgot to invite you because of
You
all the
should have
other
been.
stuff. Yeah, you should have been. Because we know that he's been drinking.
We're here to be your drinking buddies. We're here to be your drinking buddies. That's what we started this show for. That's what we like to do.
The opinion might have been a little skewed. Anyway, guys.
Whatever.
Anyway, we appreciate you all tuning in on this fine Friday evening. Hopefully the episode actually, he did that a lot faster than what I thought he would. Maybe that's why he didn't really take the time to really get down to the nitty gritty.
Well, I didn't really enjoy finishes and all that stuff. It was just the initial taste that went down. Then I cleaned it. I'm saying, try them side. If you got one of these, go get one of these. It's cheap enough. Try them side by side.
Whatever. Love you too. Whatever.
Try them side by side.
All right, anyway, we're going to start wrapping this up, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this fine Friday evening, starting your weekend off the right way. Maybe if you opinions again, this might not be the right way to start your weekend. We're glad that you're here anyway.
Yes.
We're glad that you're here anyway, and we do enjoy spending time with you all. Good episode. We like blind tastings. Well, some of us do. I do not. The 50% up here behind the camera does not like blind tastings.
He needs to do it though, because then he would be. You might be surprised in yourself.
I wouldn't be, because this one's not ranking top. Anyway, guys, we're done for the evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Once again, just a reminder, we will not be live next Friday at 6 p.m. on our normal time. Don't know what the plan is for next weekend, but don't be waiting around for the Bourbon Basement to go live, unfortunately, as
those notifications.
Yeah, turn on those notifications to see when and if we post a video, maybe not a live stream, but a video, just to have something out for you all to watch for the week. But once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully you all did go on to enjoy. And as always, guys, why drink alone
when you can drink with us?
We will see y'all when we see y'all.
Hey, how about a hug?
Absolutely not.
I feel like you need one today. I feel like you need one.
You don't deserve a hug.
All right, well, I'm going to settle for another Kentucky hug.
Maybe do Ancient Age.
Ancient Age is gone. I liked it so much.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, guys.